Welcome to our few minutes together on the Parsha. Every one of us knows that this Shabbos is the final Shabbos of the year. Despite the fact that we're only reading Nitzavim Vayelech together and not the last Parsha, but it is the very last Shabbos of the year because Rosh Hashanah begins in just a few days. It would seem that the Parsha would indeed reflect that idea. And as we know, the Parshios that we're reading as Chodesh Elul progresses deal with the most fundamental and basic issues facing each and every one of us. Let's analyze just one pasuk, and maybe even just one word in one pasuk in Parshas Nitzavim. Right towards the end of Nitzavim, in Perek Lamed, in pasuk Tes Vav, the Torah says, Re'ei nosati lefonecha hayom, es hachayim ve'es hatov, ve'es hamoves ve'es hara. Behold, I am placing before you today the life and the good, the death and the bad. And as Rashi points out, it's clear that the life and the good are associated, and the opposite is true, that the death and the bad are also associated. I'd like to focus in this pasuk, which raises many issues, just on one word. Why does the Torah say, Re'ei nosati lefonecha hayom? Behold, I am placing before you today, this day. And if you think that that word hayom is just, well, it fits well in terms of syntax and grammar or what have you, I'll have you know that I went through the Parsha. In Parshas Nitzavim alone, the word hayom, today, appears 11 times. In Vayelech, 2 more times, for a total of 13 in this week's reading. But Nitzavim has it 11 times. I dare say there's not another Parsha that has the word hayom so often, especially as Nitzavim is only 40 psukim. And within 40 psukim, it says the word today. I'm placing before you today. Why does it emphasize the word today so often? Rav Moshe Feinstein Zal, the Rosh Yeshiva I learned by, he claims that the concept of Hayom is to teach us that each and every day, today, we are making decisions that are going to affect our whole life. And we're constantly reinforcing those decisions. The decisions to do good, the decisions to do the right thing, the decisions to choose life. But perhaps, if I may, in my humble opinion, offer another approach, maybe what Parshas Nitzavim, with its 11 repetitions of the word Hayom, is telling us is that at the end of the year, the last Shabbos of the year, it's possible today, just today, to change the entire year, to make the entire year better just by one day. The mashal is like a stick. Remember when we were children, we used to play pick-up sticks? You know what it is with a stick? It's a long stick. Perhaps it's only a foot long in pick-up sticks, but it could be even 10 feet long. If it's a thin stick that's very long, if you pick up the end of the stick, you might even manage to pick up the entire stick. If you pick up the end of the year, if you make this last Shabbos more meaningful, more holy, perhaps singing more zmiros, perhaps davening with just a bit more kavanah intent, perhaps being careful about what we speak about on Shabbos, perhaps being careful of where we speak this Shabbos. Just a little effort at the end of the year, Hayom, can make the difference in all the year. All we've got to do is pick up that end of the year. Re'eh, see, Nasati lefanecha hayom. I am placing before you today, this Shabbos, today, this Erev Shabbos. We can make the entire year uplifted just by focusing on that one day. And hopefully, of course, by focusing on that one day today, it will carry itself out in our lives in the future. And that we will all be blessed with a kesiva, v'chasima tova, hayom. Have a great Shabbos.